The war over Greenland is not a traditional hot war, with tanks and soldiers, but rather a Cold War of the 21st century. It's actually a high-stakes geopolitical struggle between the United States, China, and Russia for control over the world's most strategic island. As of 2026, the tension has really intensified because, the melting of the Arctic ice is revealing trillions of dollars in value that were previously unreachable. Here is why the world is fighting over Greenland. The Green Revolution minerals. Greenland is home to some of the world's largest deposits of rare earth elements, minerals like neodymium and praseodymium, which are, honestly, essential for electric vehicle motors, wind turbines, and advanced electronics. The China factor. Right now, China controls about 80 to 90% of the world's rare earth element processing. The United States and Europe see Greenland as their only real chance to break China's monopoly. The Kvanefjeld project is a massive mining site in Greenland that's been at the center of a political tug-of-war. Pro-mining groups view it as a path to wealth, while environmental groups, and some Western powers, are concerned it would give China, which had early investments in the project, way too much influence. The new Suez Canal, also known as Arctic shipping, is emerging as the Arctic ice continues to melt. The Northwest Passage is, becoming a viable shipping route. With faster trade, a ship traveling from Shanghai to New York or Rotterdam via the Arctic can save up to 40% of the distance compared to the Suez or Panama canals. Greenland's location is quite strategic, sitting at the gateway of these new routes. Whoever controls or influences Greenland, they control the traffic and the tolls of this new global trade highway by the year 2035. In military terms, the high north is quite significant. Greenland is considered the ultimate high ground. The US maintains the Patuffik Space Base, formerly known as Thule Air Base, in Greenland. It's a critical part of the US's early warning systems. So, let's talk about submarine warfare. Greenland is actually part of what's known as the GIUK Gap, which stands for Greenland-Iceland United Kingdom. This area is considered a strategic choke point that the United States and NATO use to keep an eye on and, if needed, block Russian submarines from slipping into the Atlantic Ocean. Sovereignty and the purchase debate. The idea of the United States buying Greenland, reignited by Donald Trump during his first term, was not a joke, but actually a strategic real estate play. From the American perspective, since the 1940s, the United States has had its eye on Greenland. Greenlandic Independence. So, many of the 56,000 residents of Greenland want full independence from Denmark. However, independence would mean losing Denmark's annual subsidy, which is about $600 million. This creates what some call a power vacuum, where Greenland might end up looking to the highest bidder, potentially China, for investment, which is something the United States is definitely concerned about. Energy reserves, oil and gas. According to the USGS, or United States Geological Survey, the Arctic contains about 13% of the world's undiscovered oil and 30% of its undiscovered gas. Greenland's offshore waters are believed to hold massive reserves. As technology improves and the ice recedes, the so-called war over Greenland is also, in many ways, a race to claim these carbon resources before the world fully transitions to green energy. The situation in 2026 to 2035. By 2035, the war over Greenland will likely reach a boiling point. We're seeing more so-called scientific research stations from China and Russia in the Arctic, which Western intelligence agencies often see as dual-use military facilities. The Arctic Council tension is growing. The cooperation that once existed in the Arctic has broken down, with Russia and China now forming a Polar Silk Road alliance to challenge Western dominance.